Hi, boys and girls. Let's have some fun and draw together. Maybe even your parents would like to join in. Anyone in your household is welcome. Today, the project is recommended for 4th graders. We will be drawing a toucan and a few parrots. Or 2 parrots, or as many as you'd like. I have 2 parrots on mine. If you've noticed above, it's a photograph out of a magazine, and that is where I got the inspiration of my drawing right here. As you can see, I didn't put in all the information. There's still some parakeets on here, and there's many more flowers. So if you'd like, you certainly can do that also. I'm going to teach you how to do the parrots and the toucan today. Let's start with our shapes. I'm going to use a marker so you can see better. Remember to hold onto your paper with one hand, draw with the other hand. The first shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, you can use a scrap piece of paper also. Next shape is a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next, do you remember the name of this line? Very good, boys and girls. Horizontal. Can we all say that together? Horizontal line. Next line, you remember that one? Vertical. Very good. Vertical line. Very good. We have one more line. Remember the name of that one? Diagonal. Very good, boys and girls. Let's say it together. Diagonal line. Okay. Then we have our half circles. A U. An upside down U. Looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. All of these are half circles. If we put them together, it would make a full circle. Then we have our angled lines, which are our V's. A regular V, an upside down V, which looks like an A without the crossbar, a sideways V, and another sideways V. Very good. Then we have a slightly curved line. Remember, it is not as curved as our upside down U or rainbow. It's not as straight as our straight line. That's why we call it a slightly curved line. Then we have our lazy S. Our lazy S laying down or horizontally, we call a hill and a valley. And then we've been doing spirals lately, which is just fun. So remember, you start in the middle. Looks like you're going to do a circle, but you go past that point and just keep going around. And remember, they make wonderful snails. That's why they're fun. All right, so those are our shapes. Remember, we're going to do them before every project because it just makes it easier for us to draw. For this project, you'll need a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser. Remember, if you're sketching, you are drawing lightly so that you may erase. When you are done, you're certainly welcome to use Sharpies, markers, colored pencils, whatever you have at home. Before we begin, let's remember to do our shapes. Now that we've finished our shapes, boys and girls, good job. We're going to start with our project. I'm going to go ahead and use markers so it's easier for you to see, but as I said, you may use pencil. Remember to draw lightly if you'd like to use pencil. Remember, you have to think about a composition before you start to draw. Do I want 2 parrots and a toucan? Do I want it differently? Do I want my paper not horizontal, but vertical? So this is how you have to use your mind first before you draw. Think about your composition, how it's going to look at the end. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start with this little cute parakeet. Excuse me, it's not a parakeet, he's a parrot right here. I'm going to start my eye about here on my page. Going to make a circle for that. If I find that circle's too small and want to make a bigger circle around it, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to put a dot in here. Maybe I want to leave a little white spot in there. That's fine too. Next is the beak. Notice that his beak is open. So to start the beak, we're just going to do the top. So right across from the eye, I'm going to make a slightly curved line. Not very big, about as big as my beak. My beak is also a slightly curved line, but going down, right? It's angling down. To do the bottom beak, I want to come up as a slightly curved line so that I can try to end in a point, okay? Watch how I do this. I go up and then come to my point. If you didn't do that, that's okay. You can either erase it, try it again, or be happy with the beak that you made. Now, I told you his mouth's going to be open. So we're going to touch right here, do a little, depends how big his mouth's open, little slightly curved line right there. I'm going to make it a little bigger, I think, a little longer. Okay? And then I'm going to put in a curved line for the bottom of his beak. Now remember, the bottom of the beak has to be shorter than the top beak. It makes it easier for them to eat that way. Okay? So I'm going to do a slightly curved line there. I'm going to touch the end of it and try to come back into that slightly curved line. Okay? So there's my bottom beak. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the top of his head. Notice that is not an upside down U. This is really a line and then curving over it. So I'm going to bring my line. I'm going to touch the beak right there. Do you see it? Bring my line and then curve over. And then it just really comes slightly curved or straight down. This side, I'm going to touch where I did my beak and I'm going to make a little diagonal line in to the body. Then I'm going to make a diagonal line going the opposite way. Got that, boys and girls? Okay. Then, do you see this part of the neck? It's a slightly curved line. Go ahead and put that in now. Now let's look at the body. It's two slightly curved lines. You decide how slender or wide it's going to be. We're not going to go all the way down to the point of it because we have a branch in front. So first we're going to do this. Slightly curved line and another slightly curved line. Remember, we're getting skinnier as we're going down, but I'm not ending all the way into a point quite yet. Then I might as well, if that's where I know my branch is going to be, I might as well put that in right now, at least for this guy. And then I'm going to double it up right there. Remember, his little feet are just slightly curved lines, usually 3 on each side. The middle one's a little longer, his talons, not feet. And then you're going to hop over to finish his body there, and you are going to touch where you finish the line, say, excuse me, make a line there, diagonal line, excuse me, and another one, and end in a V. Okay? Try to make it the same width as the body so it looks like it's actually connected and just came over, came behind the branch. All right, now we have the wings. Notice they really start like the start of a heart, okay, when you're making a heart. So I'm going to start right here, like I'm making a heart, and then I'm just going to come down. Again, I'm going to say, excuse me, and if I want to end here, I can. Here I went a little longer. Here I even made a little longer tail. Maybe I want a longer tail so that will connect better. Yeah, I like that better. So this I'm going to make longer, therefore I can make my wings longer. It was a little too short there for me. Now, wing on the other side, same thing. It's going to start like a heart. Excuse me. Hop over and come to the bottom there. Now, of course, I have a couple of slightly curved lines here, so you can give him another color right there. Remember, they're very colorful animals, birds, and gives you a little bit more sections to color in. All right, so we successfully have done one parrot. We're now going to do another. I'm going to start this guy. Notice he is not quite as tall as this one. You decide where you want it. Sometimes I don't like them all the same height. Even here, they're not really the same height. This one's, his head's cut off the page. So right about here, I do want to give enough room between them so I can do a body. I'm going to start with my eye about there. It's almost the middle of my paper, but to the 3/4 of the way up. So again, I'm going to start with my circle. I'm going to make a dot in the middle here, but I'll leave a little white spot there. His beak's a little differently, isn't it? His beak is on this side first of all, and it starts with a slightly curved line right there. Looks like a sad face right there. But his beak is a slightly curved line, right? And then another one. Remember how we kind of come into that to make that a point. The head, you're going to touch the top of the beak, come over the head slightly, and then down. Right? So we have his beak there. If you like what I did here, I'll do that now. You don't have to do that extra bit. But let's see what I did. I did a little half circle here and then a line. And I touched this line and came down with another line. Touched this, came down with another line. That's totally up to you if you like it. Alright, so now we can go ahead. We're going to do the body pretty much the same way. I did not do this line on this one. If you'd like to, you may. So here I go. I'm going to do my slightly curved line, right? Now if I know this is where my branch is, I should probably put that in. I'm going to come back. I'm going to start the other side of his body right about here at the beak. Can you see that? And then slightly curved line to there. Okay. Remember, I'm going to make this my branch wider. Okay. I don't want to go all the way over because remember I have a little toucan in the corner over here. I think you can see, hopefully. Okay. So now remember I'm going to say excuse me, hop over, and here's my V. Excuse me. All right. Now we're going to do the wings. These are not quite as a hump like a heart, but if you like the way these look, you can do it the same way. This more looks like just a slightly curved line and then down. And then another slightly curved line and down. Remember, we're getting skinnier at the bottom, but we are going to hop over here, continue it there, hop over there, continue it there. Now here I have a different feather, tail feather also. So if you like the way I did that, it's just a lot of curved lines. So there's one slightly curved line and then another one. And then you're just going to keep. Now the next one, remember, you're not going to see all sides of it. You're going to start right here with a slightly curved line, come back to the body to close it in. So you're going to do that all the way around, okay? If you like this tail feather. Okay, let's see. We have both of our parrots, and hopefully you're going to color this in really colorful because that's what's going to make it really pretty. So if you have room, and if you'd like to do the toucan, we'll do the toucan quickly now. Remember I said I wanted to not take the branch all the way over, so I had some room for this. So right here I'm going to start my eye. There's my circle. Inside my circle is my dot. See, I'm holding my paper so it doesn't slip. They have very big beaks, long, big, colorful beaks. So I'm going to start right here with a slightly curved line for the top of his beak. Okay, boys and girls? Now I'm going to do the top of the beak, which is a slightly curved line. Remember, it's nice and long. Then the bottom, I'm going to do another slightly curved line. And this is where you could keep it open also. I'm going to go ahead and close it. So I'm just going to do a slightly curved line up to here. But if you want it open, remember how you're just going to make that an open sideways V. For the head, you're just going to slightly go over it. Come down. Give me a line underneath his beak. Come a little longer so that we meet this guy. Oh, except look, I forgot about him, didn't I? We got to do this. There we go. Don't want to get confused on our branch. That's our branch. Okay, here's our bird. Now, for the rest of the bird, it slightly curves out to come down. For a wing on this side, it's an upside down U that touches this line and then bring this down. This is all going to be off the paper. I don't have enough room to do the whole toucan, which is fine with me. Sometimes I find that more interesting in a composition. Remember though that they have a nice yellow breast right here. So either make a U like that, or remember to color that in yellow. Let's do some leaves quickly. These are wonderful, either banana leaves, I like to call them. They have the tears in them, which I think is a lot of fun to make. I start with the center, slightly curved line. I come back to the end of it. I'm going to slightly curve line back. Wherever I want to tear in my leaf, I'm going to make a V. Then I'm going to continue my curve back, another tear right there. Do you see how that looks like a tear? I could leave just the leaf like that. Here's one over here, or I could make it wider, which I'm going to do for you. So I'm going to come back with a slightly curved line. Wherever I want to tear, my V is going to go in the other direction, right? I'm going to give this one a lot of tears. Now here's your banana leaf. I want you to make a lot more leaves around. They don't have to be these leaves. Maybe you'd like to go on the computer and look, get permission, and look at some pictures of parrots to see how colorful they are. Have a lot of fun coloring this in. I think that's going to be the best part of the picture, is just getting a lot of color in here. Remember, it's the rainforest, so a lot of leaves, a lot of color, and just remember to have a great time. See you next time.